Hey guys, thanks for checking out the channel. Hit the like button if you like the video. Don't forget to subscribe. And also, remember to hit that bell for notifications for when we drop new videos. Hey guys, thanks for checking out the channel. Hit the like button if you like the video. Don't forget to subscribe. And also, remember to hit that bell for notifications for when we drop new videos.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Boogeyman Radio. I'm David.
I'm Charlie.
And we're back live from the Crescent Hotel in Eureka Springs.
Part 2 of our live stream.
Part 2.
This weekend.
We had a good night last night.
Yes, it was a lot of fun. Had a blast.
And we had a good show yesterday. So if you haven't seen that, I suggest checking that out. If you want to learn more about the Crescent Hotel and like the history, the hauntings, things like that. Tonight we're going to dive a little bit deeper, more into a personal level on this hotel. I've investigated here quite a bit. I would say over the last 15 years, I've probably come here every year.
Yeah.
And investigated or stayed. It's
been wild.
Yeah.
I didn't know it's been that long.
15 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's awesome. First time. Neat. Yeah. Anyways,
I just love coming here. I mean, this is a great
totally
hotel.
See why. Yeah, it's such an amazing hotel.
After last night, I mean, that's pretty...
And the connections that you can make here, the connections you can make within the hotel along with the people of the town itself. It's really awesome. Such a great place.
Everybody here is friendly. They're very welcoming, though. They're personable.
Yes.
I know a lot of times they're working in customer service, so they kind of have to be, but if you're not approaching them like a customer and you're just like another regular Joe, dude, they cut the shit. Like they're straightforward with you, and that's awesome.
Yeah, it's nice. I agree. But so last night a little bit, it was. Let's start off kind of slow.
Let's back up a little bit. Let's not get into not get into the investigation just yet.
That's fair.
Real quick, yesterday we were telling you that Charles had a really cool find, and we didn't get to show you, but we've got it up here. You guys, you've got to see this. This is an awesome find. I'll let you describe it and talk about it.
So This is a book written back in 1855. The original owner of it, the guy who had it at a antique shop, taped it up so it wouldn't fall apart. And it's pretty old. You can see it. So it's I want to say Henry Howard Brunel.
Yeah, it's getting close to what almost 200 years old.
This book is quite old, and it's the New World Embracing American History. So I went through the preface earlier, and it was talking about like certain people from different areas coming to America and bringing along their religions and their beliefs and stuff. But the first image you see, which I thought was really cool because the color still looks fantastic.
It's very impressive.
That's just George Washington riding a horse. And the fact that we can see all the colors still is just amazing. And there's a bunch of different pictures in this book with amazing
poltergeist.
Yeah, exactly. With just like, this is Montezuma that was, because they talk about the Spaniards and stuff like that too. So it's just quite awesome how the colors are still so bright.
It's like that all the way through there, like the words and everything, the print is still pretty fresh.
It's so amazing. So I'm ready to dive through this thing and see what all I can find about different cultures coming to America back in the 1800s and the history that they have going forward. If you guys hear weird noises, it's just they're doing tours and other things, hotel guests. Yeah. So you're going to hear stuff throughout the time that we're doing things. So, but yeah, we wanted to share that with you. Probably in the future broadcasts and stuff, I'll be talking more about this book, hopefully. I got to be careful with it because it is quite old. Literally, it is falling apart.
Like you said, published it, or that
1855. Yeah. It's pretty awesome. Like this, there's obviously updated texts of this book, but the fact that we have a really cool living history right here.
And the amount of history that's going to be in there that's not in modern day text.
Yeah, right? Like, I'm so excited to dive through this thing.
Yeah.
To see what all, I'm so excited. I can't wait.
And you would not believe that. Like, do you want to disclose how much you paid for it?
$20. Like $25.
Yeah.
That's all I got for it was $25. So I'm really excited to go dive through it. I mean, we were looking through an antique shop and it was just like this thick book was chilling. And there were some other ones too.
Yeah.
But since Dave and I really love history, we really thought like, man, what would be in there that nobody talks about today? Just the possibilities of what could be in there. And thankfully, the store owner actually let us like take the book out and open it up to see if I could. Because if the drawings weren't in good condition and I couldn't read the text, I wouldn't have bought the book. So the fact that I can read every single text still on there, it blows my mind. So I'm a huge history geek, and so I love stuff like that. So I'm really excited to dive through it for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And that I thought you guys would enjoy that too, because I know some of you guys like the history and everything like that as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's that, and we were gonna have a guest on, but last minute canceled on us.
Yeah.
Which is fine. We'll just say he's an employee.
Yeah, he works here at the hotel. We can't say exactly who, but the synopsis of what was going to happen was he can't tell his stories.
Yeah.
Because of certain contracts and certain things.
Yeah.
But he can mention what he's heard from other people.
Yeah.
Not his own experiences.
Which is basically what we're doing.
Yeah, it's what we've done. And I mean, we did it last night. We told one of somebody else's stories last night. But yeah, it's very, very interesting place. I mean, last night didn't really have anything in the room happen.
Yeah, we didn't have anything in here. We didn't really investigate in here. We're going to do that tonight.
Yes.
We'll tell you a little bit about what happened last night.
Yes.
So the areas that we focused on, because last night it was actually pretty busy and some of the good rooms were booked up.
I would say it was busy till about 11:30, midnight. So we had to wait a considerable time before we could go.
This guy, Steven Seagal?
Me or him?
Oh, or the guest.
Oh, Steven Seagal. No, shoot, that'd be great. That would be amazing.
Yeah.
But no, he we had to wait a little bit longer than normal than when we normally investigate.
Yeah.
Because there were still active tours going on. Some of the parts of the restaurant were still, or the Sky Bar was shutting down. So there was still plenty of people up and around last night. So, and there was actually other investigators with like ourselves out about last night too. And so it was really cool. It was nice to see people actually like, and the investigators weren't being really loud or anything. They were actually pretty calm, quiet towards like where everybody was at.
And we went to some good areas where it wasn't noisy. We didn't have a whole lot of background noise.
So anything that we heard it came through really clear, and we could tell where things were coming from. So we were isolated in several spots where we couldn't hear anything else. Yeah. So it was really nice. Dave actually got some really cool
experiences.
Well, experiences, but drone footage too.
Oh yeah.
The security guard allowed him to take the drone through.
I flew it
in the lobby. So he flew it in the lobby of the hotel, which was really neat.
And down the hall up here.
Which that was funny.
And for some reason, this was weird. So in the stairwell, there's a lot of EMF.
Yes.
That is like just all through the stairwell, and I tried to do a drone shot rising up in the middle of the stairwell, going all the way up to the fourth floor.
Shot.
Yeah. But for whatever reason, the GPS was.
It stopped. I was thinking it was his controller was dying, which I mean it wasn't the lower end, but it wasn't dead. So what I think it was all the electricity, because when we were going through the staircase earlier, my EMF was just going absolutely bonkers. It was going crazy. So then we found a couple of electric boxes, and we were like, okay, this is giving off enough EMF where this could happen, which makes a lot of sense why there's two major experiences happen at that stairwell.
Yeah. Well, two incidents.
Two major incidences happened at that stairwell.
The two people that fell to
there's a lot of energy could be felt fed from that.
Real quick, guys, I want to cut this right here for a break. Before we get into any more, we have to tell you guys something, we need your help on something else. I know we're always like, hey, subscribe and like and all that. So we try to advertise the show. We try to give everybody a heads up about the show on Facebook.
Yes.
If you're on Facebook and you follow our Boogeyman Radio Facebook page, go through the posts if you would and give those a heart emoji reaction thing. Don't do the thumbs up. I've researched Google's algorithms, and the thumbs up doesn't help posts be seen, but the heart emojis, for whatever reason, they do.
It does.
So the more hearts we get on those posts, the more they'll be seen. And then those that do follow, you'll get the notifications on there, because we'll post pictures, we'll post stuff from, random things on there.
It's a way for Facebook to make people like us, or just anybody that has a page, to spend money on advertising to get it out there, even though they may have 400 plus followers like we do, or 400 plus, not just followers. What is it? The notifications where someone goes.
Well, that's
okay. So Facebook makes it to where you have to pay for your followers to even see your, not see your content, but
it gets it out there.
So for instance, so you'd think that if you posted a picture, immediately it would send a notification to all your people, right? Or it would just send it out. We only had 5 engagements with photos that he posted within 1 hour. We have over 400.
Not even engagements.
It just reached 5 people. Reached 500 people.
5 people.
That's it. Did I say 500 people?
You said 500.
Yeah. No, it reached
only 500. I would be complaining.
And then we had to actually share it from our page,
our personal page,
from Boogeyman to our personal page to actually get more engagements. So
we got 8.
Yeah, so Facebook just naturally just blocks it.
Yeah.
We don't know why. I have a feeling it's so they can charge people. They're wanting people to pay to get
boost
it
the
out
post
there.
And all this crap. Yeah.
It's annoying for one. I think it's stupid, but they're going to do what they're going to do. It's Facebook. So we're trying to get it out there, and we've got a Twitter page set up. Yeah. We're going to maybe work with some other social media aspects to see what we can do to get it out to more people, to get it out to you, the viewers. I know YouTube has been a great thing so far. But and it's funny because when we go live with videos, huge amount of viewership.
Yeah, we get good
amount of stuff.
We get good views.
We get a good amount of reach towards people.
Yeah.
But for some reason, when we just post things,
nothing
barely reaches anyone.
So please, at some point after the show, just go to the Boogeyman Radio Facebook page, go through the timeline, and just start heart reacting to everything.
Yes, please.
That'll help us with the algorithms, right?
It's just frustrating.
Facebook's a game anymore.
We would like to reach our fans, but we apparently can't.
And also later on in this show, so stick around. We're gonna play a game with you guys.
Yep.
We got some. Well, Charles picked up something.
I picked up something at a game shop that I think people would. That I think you
guys are
gonna
enjoy.
So, and we're gonna talk about it in the thing. We've also got some other stuff for later broadcasts, but I'm really excited.
Yeah.
All right. So where do we leave off?
All right. It's the full name. Yeah, Boogeyman Radio.
Yep, exactly like that.
And I think the on Facebook is at Boogeyman_radio, I believe.
You should be able to just type in Boogeyman Radio. Should.
Well, yeah, you can do that in the search.
Yeah, just go to the search icon and do that. Strip poker, that it does involve cards, but not those kinds of cards, Cassie.
Right.
Close. I like your guess. That would be fun.
The
problem is we wouldn't see anybody else. It would just you guys be seeing us. That's not fun for anybody.
Yeah, I mean, I could do my George Costanza pose here on this here.
Yeah, I can move
furniture.
and do it real quick. No, you have to go see Dave's page to see that.
Yeah. Okay.
So we were talking about the drone, the high EMF inside.
Hey, Don.
So let's talk about like pretty much the start of the investigation.
Okay, so the areas that we went to, we went down towards the New Moon Spa.
Yes.
If you're familiar with the Crescent, you go downstairs, you got the spa right in front of you, but there's a hall that goes to the left, and that hall takes you all the way back to the morgue. Unfortunately, the doors were locked back there, and we didn't even ask if we can go back there. Well, no, we didn't want to because the maid service and everybody's washing clothes overnight back there. There's no reason to even go back there.
So there was a dishwasher going, but it was a steady enough noise. It was a steady enough noise to where when we catch it on the recorder, we know that that's what it is.
Yeah.
And if it made any other noises, it would have been more frequently than that. So hopefully, or not hopefully, from what we did listen to last night, the dishwasher really didn't interfere with our research and our investigation. So it's pretty nice.
So we go into the hallway that's in between, and we went to the middle part of that hallway.
Yeah.
And it really canceled out a lot of the background sound, which was awesome.
We didn't hear anybody coming from upstairs. At one point, we were hearing things, and we'll go into that here in a little bit more in just a second. But Dave actually went and checked the staircase just to make sure he could hear it. Nobody was coming down. Nothing was happening. So whatever we were hearing was it was natural right there in the moment. And if there was anybody coming down to hear us, it was literally or if there was anybody coming, we would hear it from just the certain floor right above our heads.
Yeah.
But there was nobody up there except one time. And that was to come.
That security guard came down to see what was going on.
Yeah, so that wasn't it was
somehow one of his alarms.
Yeah, his alarm tripped, and he actually asked us, or he didn't ask us. We asked him, "Did we trip your alarm?" He's like, "No, you guys didn't trip anything. We just want to make sure what you're doing." I'm like, well,
because he got an alert that his alarm was tripped. So
and he told us that it was not us where we were at in the hallway. Because I was thinking there was a security camera facing us, but he assured us that it was not us. So we were curious what it was tripped.
So we were doing our EVP session down there.
Yeah.
And throughout the whole time, you had your EDI on the floor down at the end of the hall.
Where the entrance of the morgue is.
And we didn't get any spikes on that. But throughout that period of time, I kept hearing things with my own ear. Twice it sounded like a female.
Yep.
And even a whistle type sound. And we were actually able to pick up what I heard on recording. But for whatever reason, this is the oddity of it.
Yeah, I don't.
On the recorder, it does not sound like a female.
No, didn't. It was so it not even just the female, but there was another time where it sounded completely different than what David heard and was talking about.
Yeah.
When we go back to listen to it, there was a noise there,
yeah.
but it was not what he had heard. The pitch and everything like that. So it was very interesting.
It is very odd how it changes.
Yeah.
On the recording, I could say what I heard personally. At one point, the most prominent one that I heard was this.
Yeah.
Kind of voice.
But it was it was a lower voice from what I remember hearing
on the recorder, and it was a breathy kind of sound. Which I don't know why that happens. Maybe the filter on the microphone.
Possibly. I just want to remind everybody too, with us being on the 4th floor, we don't have the best Wi-Fi signal. So there will be at times where the broadcast may cut out. Just bear with us. It may go dark. It's fine. It'll resolve itself. We have a little indicator in the screen or up on the corner. Yeah, see. So thank you, Odyssey. We appreciate that. But there could be times that the feed might cut out. So just give you guys a heads up. But anyways, as we were saying.
It's the beauty of being live.
Right. Love it. In a haunted hotel.
So some of the things that I was hearing, I heard whistle, I heard that high pitch, and at one point, I took my recorder. We both had our own recorders. I took my recorder down to the other end of the hall, and I set it down there. As I went down there, I heard this like a "Ooh," like it was in front of me, and I had my GoPro with me too.
Yeah.
So
and didn't we also catch something saying something? But we're not going to tell you what it said because we are going to show you the clip eventually, which will be on the vlog that we also shot here in the hotel. So unfortunately, I would like to show you guys and let you hear the EVP, but neither one of us have our cords to put the
transfer
audio onto the laptop, so we couldn't mess with it to put it on here.
Yeah, so for you guys, here within a week or two, I'll be putting together the video of the investigation, and the investigation is gonna go on this channel.
Yeah.
So you guys can see what we did and experienced, and you'll get to see what we caught,
and maybe some shenanigans around Eureka Springs.
A little bit.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Yeah. So at that point, we decided, like at one point, this was an interesting thing that happened down in that area. Was we started talking about the women's college.
For some reason, this is where we got the most activity with the questions.
Yeah. We started talking about the women's college. You would think it'd be Dr. Baker's,
down in the morgue and stuff
hospital
like that.
stuff. No. So when we started talking about the women's college, we'd hear these loud noises.
It was like a bang
from
or
both sides.
Yeah, and it would start down by the morgue, and then it would happen on Dave's end almost immediately after. And I remember
every question.
Yeah, like right after Dave would ask a question, it would just be like seconds, and it would just make a bang noise on the other end, and it's just like it sounded like it was coming from both sides.
Yeah.
So it was very interesting.
So the first time that happened, we asked a few questions and we heard the sounds, and then we kind of went off on something else.
Yep.
And then we eventually came back to the questions about the college again, and then the activity started picking up again. So that was very peculiar. So after we spent about a half hour down there, we came back up to our room. We reviewed the recorders.
Yeah.
That's when we found what we caught.
Audio. It was great.
Yeah.
I was sitting there I was getting really excited for what we caught. So it actually sounds like we caught a voice, which is great. Actually,
and we know what it says.
Yeah, we do know what it says, because when you can take some of the noise out, and then once you take it out, you can hear it.
Yeah.
But then when you put it back to hear the full audio,
then it
just makes
clearer.
Total sense. And then the situation that was the scenario that was happening.
Yeah.
When it said it, makes so much sense to why it said what it said.
Yeah. I'll just say that it seemed to be an intelligent response.
It did.
What was happening at the moment.
Yeah. That was really cool. That audio was cool. But yeah, we came back. We went over the audio, and then after that, I feel like we went to the dining room, right?
Yeah, we went to the dining room,
and we tried out a different piece of tech. You want to talk about that?
Actually, let me go grab that real quick.
Okay, never mind. He's gonna go grab it, because this was a complete surprise to me. I didn't know he was bringing this out. He's just like, I have a new toy for us to play with. I'm like, okay, great. So I was expecting some something that has been used many times in other investigations. Well, no, this is something actually brand new.
You guys can thank John Long for this.
Yeah.
And if you watch Haunting History, you might have seen glimpses of this. I've used it a few times at the Garnett House. So this is what it looks like. Hard to see, I know. Got the 4 State Paranormal logo on it, just to cover up some stuff. So right here, you can see there's a crystal. We have a connection point that is attached to the crystal. And obviously a wire. It's an audio wire. Basically, the schematics for this I've discovered were said to be something from Thomas Edison. The one bad part was that instead of a crystal, it actually required a large amount of germanium. And that's expensive. So we decided, hey, crystal energy is energy.
Right.
It's used throughout the paranormal. People believe in this.
Shoot, not just the paranormal. It's been used throughout ancient history.
Yeah.
Crystal energy has been used for a long time, and nobody really wants to talk about it, but you see depictions of it being used. So.
Yeah. So what we're trying to do with this is, if an entity can use crystal energy, somehow it can use this crystal, or it can either put in the energy or take out the energy. But what we're looking to do is to transfer this energy into an audio signal. So if an entity speaks with some kind of energy, maybe we can translate it into a frequency that can be recorded. So we plug that into a microphone input on a recorder, and then an output to a speaker, or we just let it record. What is germanium? Germanium is like another mineral that is used in radios, like the germanium diodes are little pieces of. They have like small amounts of germanium
Is it
in
to
there.
help pick up frequencies and stuff like that?
I believe so. I'm not.
Okay.
I'm not 100% sure. You would
Okay.
have to ask John about
I
that.
say because John's the one that created it, so it's all his.
Yeah.
idea.
So basically, the relationship John and I have is a lot of times I'll come up with some ideas that might sound weird and crazy, and he puts it together for me.
Yeah.
You know, I'm his eyes, he's my ears.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
Which, okay, so with that being said, I feel like we had some pretty interesting activity inside the dining room. We never physically saw anything.
Well, okay.
Well, okay, Dave has before.
Maybe. And you know, I didn't record that or go over that audio from the dining room yet, but
That's okay.
I did hear a voice in the dining room.
That's why I said we didn't see anything.
Questionable.
Okay. Apparently he saw something and I didn't.
Like a shadow, a faint shadow. I couldn't tell.
Did you catch it possibly on the GoPro?
No, I don't think.
Okay, so it's all his own experience.
Yeah. So and it's not even 100%.
So I didn't see anything.
Yeah. I seem to be a little more in tune with like.
He would hear things and I wouldn't hear them at all.
Yeah.
Like, now mind you, my hearing is not the greatest already. I listen to loud music. I did drumming for most of my life. Most of my life, Dave.
I did drumming for most of your life too.
How long? How many years?
About 20.
About 20?
Yeah.
I've been doing drumming since I was like 6.
Still most of your life.
That's more than 20. I'm already ruining my ears at 6 years old, man.
I've been playing guitar for as long as you've been alive.
That's true. That is a different story. But I don't have the best ears. Anyways, so I would say, so once we got down there, I wanted to do a sweep of the room just to see if I could find some EMF. So I took my EDI meter, and I was really generally getting nothing from where I was going. It was just a simple path around the dining room tables. I was weaving in and out of the tables. I wouldn't get anything. So eventually, we decided that we're going to sit on opposite ends of the room. Mm-hmm. And I put my EDI meter down. I'm not getting any hits. And so something very particular that I find. But so I put my EDI meter at one table, and I sat back a couple tables back, and my recorder on the table with me. And I haven't reviewed the audio yet, but we'll get there. So after a while, my EDI meter actually starts going off in blips, and it's not like completely steady, but it's just like, like just some random blips and stuff. And I'm telling David, like, hey, I'm getting activity. Things are happening. You should come and look this out and put the camera on it. So he came over, put the camera on it, and everything's going fine. And then he's like, well, let's put my EDI meter next to yours and see if we can get some hits. We're like, okay, cool. So he puts his EDI meter literally right next to mine. He doesn't get anything in that spot, like right next to mine, doesn't get anything. So I was like, all right, let's switch them. We switch them, and then all of a sudden we get like one burst,
one big spike
where it
on
just
mine
hits his and mine at the same time,
Yeah.
And then that was it. Everything just stopped, like just cold turkey stopped.
It's like there was a bubble there, and just doing that.
The interference just messed with it. So
like, what the fuck is this?
We decided, okay, well, nothing had happened for like what, a good 5, 6, 7 minutes.
I'd say probably even longer
than that.
Like
so
15.
Yeah, nothing had happened. So we decided to move the recorders apart from EDI meters apart from each other again. So I wanted to say you put yours on the bar.
Yeah.
Right. And I kept mine. I actually put mine in a different spot over by like the kitchen entrance or whatever. And I had actually a pretty good, like as soon as I set it down, just solid spikes started to happen. And I was like, oh, that's probably like electrical or something and whatever.
Yeah.
So I went ahead and like did like really close to it. And I found some electrical panels on the wall, and there were some light switches like kind of up to the left from it. And so that told me that that's what it was. But then I actually set the EDI meter back down on the same spot of the table that it was at. I was getting nothing. No spikes, no nothing compared to what I was getting the first time. So I don't know why I was getting spikes then. And then I move it around, check, everything's fine. It's going off the light switches. And I put it back in the same spot, nothing. It was very odd, very particular. So I decided, okay, let's move it back to the same table. So I moved the EDI meter back to the same table. And for like 5 minutes, still nothing's happening.
Yeah.
And then he's asking questions down on the other side. We start hearing some noises, one coming from behind the bar, but we could tell when it was machinery and stuff. But there would be like random, like
a popper,
like just random things that would happen. That was just
there was
one
good bang.
There was a good bang that came out. That was when we were like right next to the bar. I felt like there was a good bang.
Yeah.
Coming from what looked like a wine room or something.
Yeah.
inside behind the bar, which we didn't go behind the bar because we're not going to mess with that and give them a reason to not keep people in there. That's just horrible. If you're not supposed to go into places, don't go into places. It's just dumb. It's just causing trouble.
If you don't have the permission. You know?
Yeah, exactly.
And that's what we didn't want to. We didn't want to cause any trouble.
Exactly.
Have to be a problem or anything like that.
And we also did find out that there were plugins in the floors of this room, but there were also several dead plugins that we're not getting any EMF from whatsoever. So I did check around a little bit, and underneath that table, kind of behind where I had my EDI meter sitting, I was getting some pretty predominant spikes on the floor. But here's the thing: how did I get spikes before, like pretty far distance, and then when we had yours and I's up there, we were getting nothing? That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, the only thing I could think of would be electrical surges going through.
I mean, that's the only thing I would think it is.
Now, I will say, for all clarification, underneath the dining room is the morgue area.
Yeah.
And when you're in the morgue area, there are a lot of lines that run through the ceiling that do put off EMF. And, on the ghost store, they'll tell you that this is a ghost. They're picking up a ghost or something.
Oh, man, it's crazy.
I know they used to tell people that, but now I don't know if, enough people have debunked that and said something to them. But, down in the morgue, there's an EMF field there because of the lines. So, be as it may, could it create energy or allow an entity to form because there's energy for it there, like an energy source?
Yeah.
Or is it just causing people to see and experience things because of the high energy?
Which also makes you think, is like, did they actually see a little boy on the staircase or a little girl on the staircase, or was it the high EMF in the atmosphere that was causing them to see something?
Well, the little boy on this staircase was photographed.
The one next to us, different story.
Yeah, that was photographed. The one on the other one,
side.
I'm not 100% sure. I don't think anybody's really captured a photograph, like a legitimate
Oh,
photograph.
speaking of photographs, we need to talk about that.
Yes, last week we brought you guys
last night.
Last night, sorry. Last night I let you guys know about this photo of a nurse that these ladies had sent to us. And next one down.
Brand. Okay.
And
we'll just go ahead and show it here.
We'll show them right here real quick. This is one of them.
So right here, they can't see it. To the right of the phone, you see this nurse in an outfit, right? Yeah. Period clothing, and we were even talking about that. We said it was 1930s, 1940s period clothing, and we were going to talk to.
I think this is a tighter shot.
Yeah,
right
go
here.
ahead. Yeah, perfect. We were going to talk to somebody to see if we could find what this was.
Yeah, the reason for that was, like, this lady contacted me a couple months ago, and I told her, I know that they would dress up in period clothing here at the Crescent on the ghost
tours and stuff like that.
I've never seen them dress up as doctors or nurses or anything. So I was like, let's go find out and see if.
So literally, the first person we talked to, she's sitting outside of the room.
We didn't show her the picture.
We didn't show her the picture or nothing. Yeah, Dave just goes up to her and asks her, like, hey, we want to ask you a question. Do you guys dress up in like period clothing or anything like that? And then her first words was it a nurse gown?
Yeah.
Just straight up, was it a nurse gown? And we were like, yeah. She's like, oh, that was me. It's like, what? That was you? She's like, yeah, I do that from time to time. She said that she's been here for 3 years. So that would make sense why you didn't really like see it before, because he doesn't come in October. So he hasn't seen it before.
And I also don't really do the ghost tours anymore because I already know enough. I know more than.
But to me, that tells me that people need to do research and ask questions, and not just go off a photo.
And I think what's going on a lot of times, because she did say the hotel gets a lot of photos
the hotel
of her,
does a lot of photos
where people are thinking she's the ghost and all this. People are not very observant of their surroundings here,
especially if they've been drinking at the bar, which is next door, or they were pre-gaming in their hotel room or out and about in Eureka. So with doing a little bit of questioning, we found out that was a real person. We found out that was not an actual nurse, which, I mean, like, yeah, that sucks. I wish it would have been a real nurse. That would have been really cool and had some like validity to it. But,
Yeah, she did say that that dress or the outfit is a 1930s outfit, which is perfect for the time.
Exactly. So it just kind of makes sense with the whole Dr. Baker story and all that jazz, which I'm sure that they 100% talk about during the tour.
And there was a guy here, one of the tour guides, that was also dressed
Yeah.
as a doctor last night.
Yeah.
Wearing the doctor's.
He was going around catching EMF with us, and it was really cool.
Yeah, we played with him a little bit.
Mennonite and Amish dressed similarly.
Similarly.
Can't talk today. But yeah, so back to the dining room. We'll get back into this again.
Yeah, with the dining room, I mean, that was pretty much it. There wasn't a whole lot that happened in there. We did go back down into that hallway to see if we could get any more activity because, I mean, if it happened once, gave it some time to rest.
Yeah, give it some time to rest.
Go back, check it again, and unfortunately, it was quiet.
It was very quiet. Now, I will say, later on the night before we went back upstairs, this is right after, right before maybe. No, right after you shot your drone shots. You were talking with the security guard, or that was before, something like that. Night details are a little, like, mixed up.
It was
you're
towards
really
the end of
tired.
the night.
Yeah. So I was sitting down on the table right in front of the fire, or sitting down on the bench right in front of the fireplace. Dave was outside talking to the security guard while he was smoking. And I had my EDI meter out just for grins, because I've heard that Morris the cat actually likes to hang out around the fireplace. And all of a sudden, I started getting EMF spikes out of nowhere. And mind you, we walked through there earlier. Now there's a bunch of spikes by the elevator, which is next to the staircase. But in that area where the fire pit is, there wasn't really any EMF that I was catching early on in the night. So the fact that it just like all of a sudden had like a strong hit and then went away. Like I'm not talking about like a bleep and then gone. It was like a bleep and then gone.
Huh.
So that tells me something. I think something was there, and I didn't have any more EMF hits from that spot.
So the funniest thing was, at the end of the night, it's probably 3:30 in the morning.
Oh, it's late.
3:30, 4 o'clock, and we're getting ready for bed, and I'm like, crap, I left that device down in the dining room, and I joked.
We both joked. I'm like, watch, you're gonna have something happen now, and he said the same thing.
Yeah, I'm like, they're gonna come out and they're gonna start talking to me or something like that, and I go down there, I go into the dining room. As soon as I cross the threshold of the dining room, bam, I hear a woman's voice.
What happens when you're not recording? Things happen.
Yeah, so I hear that and I just keep going in. And
Hopefully you caught that audio on the thing.
Maybe
because it was going right.
Yeah, it was.
So
going.
When we review it later, sometime. And hi, Sandy.
Hey, Sandy. So yeah, like after I heard that and I grabbed that and I was starting to pack it up, I'm just sitting there laughing to myself. I'm like,
dang it. He
Charles
comes
is
up.
Not gonna believe
I'm laying
this.
on the bed, just like hanging out with my phone. He's like, dude, you're not gonna believe this. I'm like, what's up? He's like, I swear to you, I just heard a female voice talk as soon as I went through that door. I'm like, oh yeah, of course you did. Like kind of just like, of course, like when I'm not there. So it's always him. It's always him when things happen.
I know.
So that kind of like wraps up with our investigation last night. The drones footage was awesome around Eureka, which will be put up in part of the vlog, I feel like, or some other things. And then today we just spent time going around Eureka, doing the strip,
shopping, and
doing some shopping. They're actually busier today than they normally are for a Tuesday.
Yeah,
mind you, that's to me that just it's October, it's getting closer to Halloween, so more people are here when they can be, if they can't be here on the weekend,
right?
For Halloween, which was a great time. So, anything discernible for the voice?
Yeah.
Oh, that was the wrong one.
Ghost ladies like Dave.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, we were talking about the girls' college, and that's when we were getting the activity happen downstairs.
So yeah, we did have something discernible. We're gonna save it was an EVP.
Straight up.
But you guys will get to see that when we put the video out. Like I said, it'll be a week or two from now, at 2 at the latest, because I'm just gonna like cut it up and put it together and throw it out there.
Smack it. Because it was awesome though, man. It was
and then the excitement that created when we heard it.
Wow! When we actually were able to,
when I heard it,
dude, that was nuts. And I heard it, and I had my head down and was like, just immediately looked up at him like, oh my gosh, we just got a voice.
What do you?
So it was great, and it's it still baffles me when you can hear EVPs like on a recorder, but you don't hear them in real life, even though you can hear exactly what they're saying on the recorder, but you don't catch them in real life. Now, I haven't had really good Class A EVPs in my investigating. From this freaking guy, I know he comes up with a lot for some reason. Like we said, we just think that he's a magnet and things happen with him. So,
which you guys will get to see live.
Yes.
On Halloween.
Oh my gosh, I cannot wait for Halloween. Let's talk about that a little bit. So this Halloween, we're going to go to Garnett, and we don't know how much we're going to go live exactly, but we're going to go live.
Yeah, we'll be
sure.
live right here on the channel.
Yeah.
Doing a live investigation. It's just going to be Charles and I.
Yep. So if anything wild happens, you guys will know that it's just us.
Yeah.
Nothing, we don't have a hotel with however many hundreds of guests.
Yeah.
It'll be just Dave and I.
So I don't know if you guys have anything planned. We'll probably start our live maybe 9-ish.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking too.
Give us time to set up, get our
we'll probably
equipment
do
broke
like
out and everything.
Like, hey, we're here at Garnett and we're gonna do some other, whatever. But as far as like the really long lives, that's what we're gonna do. It's gonna repeat around 9 o'clock. So
yeah,
I'm really excited. Never been to Garnett.
Which
never investigated.
I'm excited for him.
Yeah, Dave's been a bunch of times,
yeah,
but he's never investigated on Halloween. So
that's true.
This could be an experience for both of us.
Yep. So here at the Crescent, I've investigated here a lot.
Yeah.
I've captured a lot of evidence. If you want to see the evidence yourselves, I don't have my computer here, so I couldn't load everything up. But if you go to the Haunting History YouTube channel, go find the our Haunted Past videos. There's some of the Crescent that we did. There's a lot of evidence in there that I've captured a long time ago.
Cassie's comment just kind of makes me like,
Charles finally getting to Garnett. That'll be fun. Yeah. Sandy says you'll be in for a treat. You're in for a treat.
I'm really excited. Dave's been telling me stories of Garnett, not details, just stories. So I'm really excited to see what's going to happen. Yeah, nothing. I don't think I'm really prepared for this, but whatever.
I'm hoping, if any of you have ever seen the Fun at Garnett House live, the last hour and a half of it, where I was there all by myself, if we get that kind of activity with him in there, I think that's going to be the bee's knees. That's going to be the shit.
Should we tell him about the dream that I had with the dolls moving?
If you want to, that's
so.
Up to you.
It was kind of funny. So last week, Dave and I were talking before we set on our trip for this, right now. I had a random dream, and it was I went to Dave. I was like, so I had this dream of these dolls moving around on their own, and it was in a White House, and some other things happening that I've just forgotten or whatever. But I would be interesting if one of the dolls. It would be interesting. Not I would be interesting.
Yeah.
It would be interesting if a doll or something moves, because he said that there are dolls there. So.
Odd I see, I have caught a lot of EVP there. I've had audible voices, growls, hisses. Some of them came through on the live stream.
Okay, it's funny that Kelly mentions flying objects, because I did remember seeing something fly around in my dream.
There's a closet that they put a ball in the closet.
Oh, great.
It tends to come flying out of the closet. We've caught it on video a couple times. Dolls move, they get knocked over and stuff like that.
That's okay. I'm excited. So it would be funny. Let's just
the activity there gets crazy sometimes.
I wanted this to be documented proof that if things actually do happen while we're at Garnett, that you guys have besides Dave, that you all first know that I had a dream about it, and it may happen. If it doesn't happen, whatever, it was just a dream. But if it does happen,
yeah. So if you haven't been to the Haunting History channel, there's a lot of videos of Garnett that I've done there. I've done 3 episodes there.
Yeah.
A bunch of lives. The fun at Garnett House live, again, it starts off with myself, Justin Spurrier, and Rob Garcia. Nothing happens because, number one, Rob's there. Sorry, Rob.
Is he just
nothing
happens?
He's that kid that walks into a room and kills every boner.
Oh no. Poor
Rob. Rob is the anti-activity in that place. It's so funny. I feel for him.
I don't want to know anything, Don. I'm sorry.
But you know it now.
Well, yeah, but it says, does it feel like dark entities or pretty safe?
Okay, so I'm not going to answer that. Here.
Yeah. Sorry, Don. I want to go into this blind. I really know nothing about Garnett. So besides the ball flying out, what we just talked about, but other than that, and the dolls moving, I want to take everything in as it comes, kind of like here.
Not expect anything.
Yeah, I don't want to expect anything. I want to just go in blind and see what happens.
Yeah.
I want to,
But yeah, I mean, on that live, after Rob leaves after 2 hours, Justin and I are there. Justin leaves another hour later, and then the activity just ramped up severely. I almost died that night or that morning, which was insane.
That doesn't give me much hope to go, but okay.
Right? Yeah, no.
Thanks, Sandy.
So no, on that trip, I wrapped up I think around 3 or 4 in the morning, and I was gonna sleep a few hours before going home. And I ended the live stream and I laid there on the couch, and as I'm laying there, there's stuff going on.
Oh, good.
Still in the
Right
house.
around you. Awesome.
And I'm like, I'm trying to sleep, and it just kept going on. And I was about 5 o'clock. I was like, screw it, going home. Jumped in my van, drove home. Well, not all the way home. I was out on a highway. I can't remember which highway it is. It's one that runs south from Fort Scott to like Pittsburgh, Kansas. And I was doing about 80 miles an hour, right? And I noticed, like, you know when your tire goes flat, how the steering wheel jerks and everything? I'm like, shit, I got a flat. So I start slowing down, and it gets worse.
Squirrelier? Oh, jeez.
And I pull over, and I get out, and I go around to the passenger side front tire. All the lug bolts were snapped off.
What?
And there was one left, and the bolt was like this far from coming off.
Gosh.
So I almost lost that tire. Like, I almost completely lost it. And if I was still going 80 miles an hour and that sucker come off, I may not be here.
Saved by one nut.
Saved by a nut. It's gonna be a shirt.
Saved by a nut.
We're gonna make a shirt on that, guys. But that freaked me out after that happened. I was like, holy shit.
Okay, I feel like Cassie just set a spell, or a starting of a spell.
On a dark Kansas highway.
Cool wind in your hair.
Oh, I love it.
Warm smell of mama's bread. Rising up through the air. Anyways, that's great. I love it. Yeah, I'm excited. Like, all these comments of people saying, oh, do this, or sing, or can't wait to have your experiences. I'm pumped. I'm so pumped. Don't get me wrong. I'm trying not to look too far forward because I'm trying to concentrate right now. What's happening
here in the now.
Because
I will say this though.
Time passes too fast when you look too far forward.
I will say this though. We're gonna have to do my ritual at the Garnet.
I'm not giving you a tug. Just saying. It's not happening. Anyways,
I'm not going.
I'm not going.
It's not fair.
It's bullshit. All right, but yeah, I'm very excited for what's coming. But I'm also excited for tonight because, like we said, we're going to do the room. We're going to do a couple more things downstairs. See if we can get into some different areas. I'm really pumped. We'll see what happens. But
yeah,
I don't know. And today was a lot of fun. We hit up some shops, did some shopping. We tried to see if the ghost tours thing was going because we were going to talk to the gentleman that runs those and see if we could do something in the underground, but that was unfortunate. We couldn't do that. And then we ran into more people saying that, no, we can't do interviews because of other things. So it's just normal.
We there was a lot of give from us.
Yeah.
Like they were shutting us down, like stonewalling. Not even just the paranormal stuff. We had this amazing idea of a TikTok.
Yeah.
We're going to go get fart spray from the magic shop.
Yeah.
And then walk around and spritz people.
Yep. But then
innocent fun.
Then we realized the magic shop is closed like all day. So that buzz killed the fun. But next time, if you're ever in a haunted location with Dave and I, and you smell fart smells or something rancid, could be a demon. Just saying, could be a demon.
Might be a demon.
Don't know.
A sulfur demon.
Pull it docking. Jesus. That's definitely not happening. But so what else do we have in mind tonight, Dave, for these fun, lovely people?
So we're going to play a game with you guys. How about that? Let's play a game. I know there's a little bit of a delay. I got a cough drop. You have free reign of the hotel tonight? Unfortunately not. We had to book this room like months in advance.
Months, because it's October. So
when did I book this? Like in June?
Yeah, it was like 6 months. Well, no, it wasn't.
June,
it was
July.
June. It was June.
And all the good rooms were taken already. Like, it was insane.
I'm sure the month of October for this place is just, it's
insane.
It is clearly booked for a reason for people. Like, they were saying that we could go to,
now,
that we could possibly go to the 2,500 and 3,500, which is what the suites, I want to say.
Yeah. So what we can do is we can go into some of the rooms if we ask the front desk, hey, can we get a key to go into this room? If it's
Yeah.
unoccupied.
Yes.
If nobody's in there, we could probably go in.
I wouldn't say it was too much of a price tag. It seemed like normal prices for what we got.
Tourist season, the prices they seem high. Well, they are high, but like
They are, but
it's tourist season.
Yeah.
Once winter hits, there's a drop off in price.
But even then, it's crazy that it does, because I feel like there's so much Christmas stuff in Eureka, and then there's a lot of Christmas stuff for here. Like I feel like Christmas is a big theme for Eureka.
Yeah, and I'm sure they have to battle like Silver Dollar City lights and all that stuff.
Like so it kind of makes sense. Like
I just wouldn't want to drive around here in the winter.
Well, it's very interesting too, because in January is when they really do their big paranormal stuff for here. So to me it's an interesting time to do it, because it's in the middle of winter. But I'm sure that's another reason for them to hike up the prices for what would be a dead month. And
they also have one of the nation's largest UFO conferences here in Eureka Springs.
Absolutely.
And in fact, I think they're in their 31st or 32nd year.
Wow, that's awesome. So, well, I mean, this place is such a diverse amount of people.
Yeah.
It's a really cool, like, great place. You don't have too much of the other, I guess you could say. So
good vacation place.
Oh yeah,
great vacation place.
I was telling Dave that I would even retire probably around Eureka, maybe not in Eureka, but nearby. Because I love this town. It's a great small town. I feel like the touristy aspect would definitely get old after a while. Yeah. No way I'm there. For what, the Christmas or January? I'm confused.
You're there, like, Silver Dollar City? Branson?
Or like sold, I'm coming, like.
Oh, yeah.
Or I'm going, whatever.
We'll see.
Coming and going.
Well, like I said, I know there's a little bit of a delay here, guys.
Yeah.
Oh, the UFO conference. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah.
They usually have a hell of like one of the best lineups you'll see. It's going to be here.
Yeah.
So guys, we're going to switch things up here. We're going to have a little fun for a few minutes. We want you guys to participate in the game with us. This game Charles picked up.
Yep.
Is based off of the Mandela effect.
Yes, it is. So I didn't know that this was an actual card game. This is like I was buying a poster that I'm going to hang up for the studio.
Yeah.
And I saw it and I was just like, huh, like just kind of looked up and it was sitting on the back shelf and she's like, oh, it's a card game. I'm like, oh, great. Tell me more about it. So she told me more about it, and there's over how many instances in the front?
260.
260 questions of asking you whether you remember certain things a certain way or not.
Yeah.
Because that is the Mandela effect. Essentially, that's how the Mandela effect works, is if you remember this when it's actually this. Yeah, if it's this or this.
So that's the way this game's going to play. We're going to ask you a question, and we're going to give you time to respond.
Absolutely.
And after we get enough, like everybody responds or whatever, we'll give you guys the answer.
The answer, yeah. All right, so the first one.
I'll even participate.
All right, that works.
And you participate.
Well, this card you read off to me earlier, so you can't really participate.
Oh, well, just do a different card.
All right, well, give me a different card, darn it. That's just the random one he pulled out earlier, so it's not my fault.
There we go. Take that one.
All right.
First question.
So, in referring to the vegetable, is it Brussels sprouts or Brussels sprouts?
Like plural Brussels or regular Brussels?
Just an S at the end of the L. What do you guys think?
I'm going to give you guys time to answer.
Hopefully their answers don't influence your answer.
Convince me, people.
Do 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 do.
And no looking it up on the internet.
Yeah, no cheating. Don't ruin the fun, cheaters. Brussels.
With no S.
Brussels. Okay, Josh says Brussels. Sandy's Brussels.
I think it's
Brussels.
I think it's Brussels as well.
You think it's Brussels?
No S.
No S. Is that your final answer?
Final answer.
It is actually Brussels. There is an S.
I'll be damned.
Crazy, right? All right, so next one. Is it Louis Armstrong or Louis Armstrong?
Like, is there no S or an S?
Is it spelled O? Is it O? Louie Louis?
I think I already know this one. We're going to see what you guys got.
Yep. Get some more answers in the chat. So Louis Armstrong or Louis Armstrong? You cannot cheat. All right, Sandy says Louis. Cassie says Lewis.
Josh says Louis.
says
Odyssey,
Lewis.
I'm
All
gonna
right,
say
so it's kind of 50-50.
I'm gonna say Lewis, but the S is silent.
It is with an S. It is with an S. So you guys, whoever had S, you were right.
Pound dog. Pound dog.
All right, so here's another one for you. This is for the movie fans out there. In Back to the Future, were the terrorists driving a Toyota minivan or a VW bus? Toyota minivan or a VW bus? I like this. It's kind of just like a, what do you remember, you know? Kelly says VW. I didn't see that movie. That's okay, Sandy. That's fine.
You just set this one out.
There was a question earlier that I read off about Australia, and I was like, I have no idea.
Everybody's saying VW bus.
Everybody's saying VW.
Now, as far as movie reference goes,
everybody, but yeah.
As far as movie reference goes, I would say VW because that's a time kind of thing. Like they're coming back from.
Okay.
You know, VWs are classic. The VW buses.
Well, it was in the 80s, remember?
Still, they were classic. Yeah.
So what's your answer?
Yeah, the surfboard thing. But I'm gonna go with the Toyota.
Is that your final answer?
Because it seemed, if I remember correctly, it was more squared.
Is that your final answer?
Yes.
Dave is wrong. Y'all are right with the VW bus.
My logic was correct though.
He was right on the logic. That was good.
I just remembered it being square.
All right. So, another question.
All right.
Aerosmith's "Walk This Way." Does he sing "Walk this way, talk this way," or "Walk this way, walk this way"? So is it walk and then talk, or is it walk and walk? Which one is it?
That's an easy one, I believe.
He believes.
I believe it's an easy one.
Let y'all start rolling in the answers, and then we'll let Dave take a guess. No peeking.
Odd says talk. Josh says talk.
Talk, okay.
Sandy says walk this way, talk this way.
Okay.
Everybody's saying walk and talk. I'm going with walk and talk.
You know, I would have been right there with you guys, but apparently it's walk and walk.
What?
Yeah, walk this way, walk this way.
Does he just like mispronounce it?
Maybe. Maybe it's the recording. I don't know.
That's
a pretty good stumper, isn't it?
I'm going to pull it.
Pull it up. Pull up the lyrics. Let's see if these cards are complete liars.
Right? All right.
Because I could have sworn
Aerosmith, Walk This Way
I've
lyrics.
been singing Talk This Way for a long time.
Yeah, see, the lyrics say talk this way on here.
Interesting. Well, hold on.
Song by Run DMC.
Well, that's the Run DMC.
I put the Aerosmith on there.
Yeah, that's not Aerosmith. Yeah, see, okay,
That one
but
says
it's both
walk
of
and
them.
talk.
So it's both
Oh.
walk this way, talk this way, and then it's walk this way, walk this way. Huh.
Misleading?
It is misleading.
both
That's a
right.
very misleading question.
We're both right. We're all
That is
right.
a very misleading question because it's both of them.
Nice.
So because there's no context, it's just walk this way. Does he sing walk this way, talk this way, or walk this way, walk this way?
All right.
That one's kind of hard, right?
I missed one.
Actually, here's one for you. So, who out there remembers Freddie Mercury singing in Queen, "We are the champions of the world"? Do y'all remember that? If you remember that, type yes. Like that's how it goes. Not just "We are the champions" and then it stops. Is it "We are the champions" and stops, or is it "We are the champions of the world" and then stops?
Like at the end of the whole song.
Yeah. Which one is it? Is there "of the world" or "no of the world"?
Proof I've died.
Hey, you know, there's been times that I've had a weird memory jog that makes me think. Stops, no world part. Okay, makes me think if
Sandy says,
yeah,
of the world.
Of the world.
Of the world's in there.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, of the world's in that.
Okay. So, fun fact, that is actually a trick question.
It's not Freddie Mercury that sings it. It's somebody
No,
else.
it is Freddie Mercury. It is Freddie Mercury. But that is a very interesting Mandela effect that people have actually been questioning here that I found, I think it was like 4 or 5 months ago. So, if you watch the Mighty Ducks movie, at the end of the movie, when not the first one, the second one, if you watch that movie of the second one, when they win the championship or whatever, you hear Freddie Mercury sing, "We are the champions of the world," and then it stops and it goes into a different song. But in the actual song, it does not do that. So they cut it and put that there. So when people say that they think that they've heard that, it makes me think that they've seen Mighty Ducks 2 at the very end.
I could have sworn I heard it on the radio do that too.
Yeah, I mean, no, "Of the World" is in there, but it's not that part.
They cut it in the... Okay.
Yes, it's not that correction of line.
Okay.
Is it "Luke, I am your father"? Or, "No, I am your father"? It's the second one. It's no, I am your father. He never says Luke. Never says Luke.
I'm not a Star Wars fan, and I even know that one.
Yep.
All right.
People have been mispronouncing it for years.
Charles.
All right, Dave's going to question me now and question you guys as well. Here we go.
Here we go. All right. Is it Scotch Guard with guard spelled G-A-R-D? Or is it Scotch Guard with guard spelled G-U-A-R-D?
I don't recall this tape that well, so I'm gonna wait for them to go. It's a fun game. I like this. Correct, which is correct. Oh, he's saying correct because no, I am your father. Yeah. Guard. Okay, so Josh says guard. Kelly says actual guard. That one's Cassie says guard.
A-U for
A-U. Okay. Getting some good responses here. Scotch Guard. Okay, good one, Sandy. I'm gonna have to go with the chat. I'm gonna say the regular guard, like not regular
U-A-R-D.
guard. No, I'm gonna go with G-A-R-D.
Okay. It is actually Scotch Guard. G-A-R-D.
Perfect. G-A-R-D. Good job, guys. Nice job. It just, the guard doesn't seem right because that's not what the Scotch is trying to do.
Scotch Guard is like stuff you spray on like furniture and stuff like that to keep.
Maybe they couldn't do
fluids.
The actual. Maybe there's like copyright for they can't do the actual word guard, like the actual person.
Maybe.
I don't know. But maybe because it's not a person, it's not a literal guard. It's a. Anyways.
Okay.
Cassie, I need this game. Well, I bet you could probably find it on Amazon.
All right, guys. Is Scarlett Johansson.
Oh, jeez.
Last name spelled Johanson or Johanson.
Okay, hold on. Say that again, because that last name's a bit long.
Yeah. Johanson or Johanson.
What do you guys think? That's a tough one, Dave. That is a tough one. I'm a Marvel fan too, so I've been around Scar Joe for a while now, but that's usually just what I call her is Scar Joe. So I don't really know. Johansson, okay. Is that one of the options?
Yeah, that's the first
cool.
option. Odd says the second option. Cassie says, I don't know, but I got a girl crush on her.
Hey, you're not the only one. There's plenty of ladies that have.
Kelly says the second one.
I'm going to go with the second one.
It is the second one.
There's because I remember that she does have 2 S's. Okay. Yeah, that's a good one.
These ones, I don't know if you're going to really know.
Okay, let's lay it on the rest of the chat.
Yeah, you guys might know this. Did Oscar Wilde write The Picture of Dorian Gray or The Portrait of Dorian Gray?
That's, I do like the story of Dorian Gray, so that's a great story.
Odd apparently has a thing for booty.
Nothing like J Law. Hey, you're not wrong. Mystique.
Portrait. Oh, portrait.
But I prefer the original Mystique, if we're going to be honest here.
Everybody's jumping on the portrait.
I'm going to go with portrait.
It is actually the picture of Dorian
I really
Gray.
thought it was portrait because it makes total sense.
Yeah, it sounds better.
It does.
But it's actually the picture.
We're all wrong, people. We're all wrong. We got Mandela'd.
Yep. It is actually the picture of Dorian Gray. All right.
See, this is the power of suggestion. right here.
That's what it was.
All right. Shut your lying mouth. This is great. Okay, what else? What another question? What do we got? Yep, I've died.
All right. In White Heat, Cagney's famous line is, "Top of the world, Ma," or "Made it, Ma, top of the world."
Okay, this one's definitely not for me because I don't know this one. So I'm gonna let you folks go with it.
I don't know if you guys know the movie. I
White
don't.
Heat? I've never even heard of that. When was that even made?
I don't even freaking know.
White Heat. Let's see here.
Top of the world, Ma, says Sandy. Sandy, have you actually seen it?
1949.
Holy crap, yeah, I haven't seen it.
Yeah, Angel doesn't know that movie.
Yeah, I can't blame anybody really for not knowing
Must be before my time. 1949. Yeah, I'd say that's before your time, Cassie.
Well.
Wow.
Sorry, Cassie, I had to.
Sandy is prob right. What is it, Dave? Since she's probably the only.
It's actually Made It, Ma, top of the world. All right. Another old one here, guys. Sorry. All in the Family's theme song says, "And you knew you were and you knew who you were then," or "And you knew where you were then."
I don't know this one either. I've never heard of the show.
I'm gonna let them answer it, and then I'm gonna ask one more question. One final question.
Okay. That's finally.
Because those were some tough ones.
They were some really tough ones.
I'm gonna burn the building down.
You burn the building down. I'm 47, so it's almost my time. No, it's not. 1949 is what I said, something like that. That's not your time.
Almost.
Okay, what, 10, 15, 20 years?
Oh, people are actually answering this one. Let's see. And you knew who you were then.
Kelly and Sandy.
And you knew who you were then.
Cassie.
Where you were then, says Cassie. All right, guys, you want the answer? The answer is, and you knew where you were then.
And you knew where you were then. So Cassie was right.
Yep.
Good job, Cassie.
It's her favorite show, I bet.
Probably. Stays up all night, sleeps to it, all that just. Yeah. But good try. Good try, everybody. That was good.
Right.
Dave's going to do one more.
One more, because those ones were hard.
They were really hard. That's not fair. Anything Three Stooges, I got it.
Okay.
So I'm trying to discern what was fair and what's not fair.
Okay.
He's really thinking now.
Yeah. Trying to think which one.
Odyssey, Sex in the City or Sex and the City? And my guy. Been singing it wrong for decades. Kelly says me too.
Oh, Lord.
Sandy says me too. Jeez.
All right. Are you familiar with Fantasy Island?
Nope.
Okay. Annie.
Yep.
Okay. So, in Annie, does she sing "It's a Hard Knock Life" or "It's the Hard Knock Life"?
Sorry, I should have let you guys answer that first.
Oh, I'm not
It's the.
saying it's one way or another. It's a hard knock life.
See, you just said It's a hard, without even thinking about it.
That's one off of Austin Powers.
Well, yeah, but that also could be the movie.
That's what I had popping in my head was that.
Josh says the. See, when I think about it.
Cassie says, "Hey, hard knock life."
Mini me, you complete me. Such a great movie. Series, well, the first and second one. The third one doesn't really count.
No, it was pretty good in its own. I love gold.
Yeah. Can I pay attention to your gold? Anyways.
Oh, yes, that's a keeper. That's a. You're not going to put that in your.
Oh,
yeah.
Gross. So I'm going to say the.
Kelly's the only one saying the on here, and Kelly and Josh say the.
Yeah.
Sandy, Cassie, and Odd, y'all are wrong. It is the Hard Knock Life. Boom, boom. I ruined
That was
3
my
people's
awkward
evening.
dance. Anyways,
Just ruined 3 people's evening. Oh yeah, there's a card.
well, I hope Odyssey takes the news okay.
We'll
has,
get
anybody,
you.
has anybody checked on Odyssey? Make sure he's doing okay. Has he burned the building down yet?
We'll get you, homeboy.
Yeah.
Don't worry. We'll find a way.
Sandy, mind blown. Look at that.
Yep.
Well, that was fun.
That was
That was
fun.
a fun. So maybe that's something that's going to be a regular part of the show, or maybe once a month, or we haven't really decided yet. Like I said,
We'll have
this
a
is the
game
first
night or
time we got it.
something.
We even got movie The Suicide Up to Week.
Up to Week.
Jeez, effing Annie. We also bought something else that we're gonna.
Well, more games. We've got more games that we're gonna.
Yes.
So you guys get to interact with us. We get to interact with you.
Yeah.
You guys are part of the show just as much as we are. So we got some stuff to involve you.
And those that are jumping in on the video after it's posted, sorry you weren't able to really. I mean, they could still participate.
They can participate, but
they just we can't hear their answers,
yeah.
obviously. But they can still get their minds blown if they want to hear some interesting Mandela effects.
Yep. Just join us right here on the show at 8 p.m. Central Time every Tuesday.
And next week we'll let you guys know if we, or I guess, next week we'll let you guys, if we're live, or no, actually we can let them know at Garnett on Sunday if anything happens tonight.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what we'll do. So next time when we see you on Sunday, we'll let you guys know if anything happens from the Crescent Hotel or second night. Yeah.
I guess that's gonna do it for us tonight. We're at 11:11.
We are at 11:11.
Maybe something good will happen tonight.
We're actually at 9:11 too on the time.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that is weird. Good times. Wait.
Have fun, y'all. Don't cross streams.
Cross streams. There's only one toilet. Got to do what we got to do.
One poops in the sink and one pees in the toilet. Remember to go to the Facebook page and heart everything.
Thank you, Kelly. Thanks for the reminder. We really do appreciate it.
Absolutely, guys. We hope you guys have had a great week, and hope you have a great week this week.
The shadow is me. Oh wait, no, she means probably like that. I didn't realize that was Angel.
She probably said
great. So we'll look forward to that tonight, Angel. Could be from the graveyard.
Yeah. So I know you guys are tired of hearing this. I'm just gonna put this reminder out there again. Go to the Facebook page, but heart everything.
Heart everything.
Also share the shit out of this page, this channel. Let's help it grow. There's something else. I guess at 9 p.m. on Halloween is when we're going to start our live, so you guys can join us there. We'll be live from the Garnett House Hotel. And then we also have Twitter, so go follow us on Twitter too.
The same spelling, everything, Boogeyman Radio. So, or you do @Boogeyman Radio. Either way.
But I feel like there's something else I needed to put in here, but brain farting.
Yeah, it happens. It happens. We were having fun with Mandela effect, and now our brains are hurting.
I'm like, this would be a great drinking game. You guys got to drink with us.
Maybe that's the after stream on Patreon.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. So I mentioned it yesterday. We're thinking about setting up a Patreon where anybody that's joining us on Patreon will get an after hours stream. So what we'll do is we'll do this show on YouTube for free for the hour, and then the after hour is going to start right after that, which will be a stream just for our patrons, where we'll go further in depth with stories and games and all this other stuff.
Yeah.
I think you guys will enjoy it.
That'll be eventually. That'll be later.
Yeah, that's going to be coming soon, probably within a month, maybe.
Yeah.
Depends on how much traffic builds up.
Grows and stuff like that.
But I think it'll be cool. We'll get to have even more fun, and we can kind of get more laid back with it.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. We're still going to bring you guys great content in this hour long. We're going to bring you tidbits and stuff like that. But obviously, the people that subscribe and help us along with this stuff, we can afford to do more things like this.
Yeah.
We had to pay out of pocket, obviously, to come do this.
Yeah.
Which,
Yeah. I mean, it's not a big deal, but it helps us. It helps us, and it helps you guys. So we can bring great content for you guys. So.
Absolutely.
I hope you guys have a great evening, and
can't wait to see y'all Sunday.
Sunday's gonna be a blast.
It's gonna be great. I'm excited.
All right, guys. Have a good night.
Bye.